Welcome to the first podcast on this channel. Today we're going to be talking about all things engagement, and I know you're going to get something out of this because we've had to learn many things the hard way. So if you're waiting to get engaged, maybe you're still single and you're trying to live vicariously through engaged people, congratulations, we're now in a throuple. Sound good?
I didn't sign up for this, but great.
Yeah, I don't think you want to share. So
Would you want to share?
No.
Okay.
No. First of all, I'm Dan.
I'm Cynthia.
And so today we're just going to be talking about how our engagement has been going. If you didn't see our engagement, check it out. It's the last video on this channel. It's really cool, guys.
Very creative.
All right, so first question that everybody's always asking, how do you know if you're ready to be engaged, do you think? How did you know? And then I'll say how I knew.
That's a good question. I still don't feel ready to be engaged and married just because I want to forever be a little kid. In all honesty, I think that, seeing how we have grown in communication, so we communicate well, and that's really important. We've talked about all of the important things that would prepare you for marriage, whether that is finances, family expectations, sex, family. Did I say family?
Yeah.
Family times two.
Yeah.
Just the core things. We've talked through it, and we've gotten counseling.
Still doing it.
Exactly. Still doing it right now. I can't picture my life with anybody else but Dan. So I think those two things taken together.
Thanks, babes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I don't know. I feel like I've wanted to be married. I wanted to be one of those super young guys married at 22, maybe a regular Christian couple in the States. And so, yeah, in terms of being ready, if you're wondering am I ready? Will I ever be ready? You're never gonna fully feel ready. It's always gonna feel a bit like a leap, but one thing about us and our story is that you don't have to be ready, but you have to be committed. That's the big thing, because I think people expect that they're going to feel a very specific way when they are ready to get engaged, but if you at least know that commitment is there with both of you, then at least you know that you can navigate any sort of thing that comes up because of that foundation of no, it's me and you, we're gonna figure it out, and it's great. Did you ever have any doubts? And how did you overcome those?
Are we going way back to way back? Well, if you watched our proposal video, you know that we broke up 7 times according to Danielle in many different places. Honestly, a lot of that was me doubting that I was going to be safe with him because my history and my childhood is not really full of stable relationships that I felt that I could count on, which led to a lot of relationship anxiety for me. So I really didn't know if I could trust you. And that that I was going to be safe emotionally, and so that really impacted my ability to commit to you. And while I would love to say that I have never doubted, I have.
Yeah.
But coming back to commitment and what Dan was saying, at the end of the day, I chose to make a commitment, and I'm trusting that God is directing our steps, and yeah.
Yeah, in terms of doubts, I mean, the only thing that made me doubt was that we broke up 7 times. But as far as who she is as a person, I knew she had all the things that I wanted in someone. Number 1, I was very attracted to her. Number 2, don't give them the eyebrows, give me the eyebrows. And 2, she was very gentle, very affectionate, godly, wise until she broke up with me, then very unwise. But one of the reasons I was sure, and God doesn't tell everyone who they're going to marry, for sure. So you shouldn't wait around for that. But for me, he did happen to tell me. But then even after God told me that I was going to marry her, there was still several breakups after that. Remind me of David, where it's Sam's you're going to be king. But then how long was it till he became king? Was it 7 years?
I just read this and I forgot.
7 years sounds short. Honestly, it feels like it might be longer. But it's very funny because we've been in each other's lives 7 years. And then
Yeah.
we're getting married this year. Yeah, so that was my only doubt. But then it was weird. When God tells you something, like the more obstacles came up, it was weird. Like, of course it bothered me, but it was also like the more sure I became. It was really cool. And I don't know if it works like that all the time with all of God's promises, but for me, that's how it worked. So those were my only doubts.
Makes sense.
All right, so what has it looked like to like practically invite God into this time that we're having?
Individually, for me, it's looked like praying specifically for Dan as my future husband, praying intentionally for this engagement season to be a time of preparation for marriage, because that's what it is, right?
Yeah, I'm just praying for God to make me into the man I need to be in order to be a good husband, be a good father, be a good provider, career person, in like whatever that looks like. Just because like everything else around you, like all your relationships, your finances or whatever, like your health are all a reflection of like what's going on internally and mentally. So like, yeah, I'm always not just praying there, I'm also like trying to take steps in those directions. And I think if you're both doing that, then it's like, what are you worried about, you know? Yeah, inviting God into this season in particularly, definitely a lot of praying about the wedding. Probably the biggest thing for both of us is praying that God provides. When we got engaged, I had a job, and then now I don't. And so that's been like kind of scary, but then like God is definitely inviting us into a deeper level of trust that he is going to move for us, which we like. Obviously God's always inviting us to trust him, but it's never been quite so forced. It's like, yeah, we need you.
Yeah.
Or else nothing's gonna work.
And we didn't choose into this.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's one thing to trust God into something he's like inviting you into. Like, hey, maybe you should like take a step in this direction. And then you choose to take that step.
We got pushed into the pool a little bit.
And you know what? Sometimes good parents do that.
Yep.
Right?
Just throw
Like,
in.
if
You'll learn.
you'll swim, but they're there, right? They don't abandon you. The parents always watching.
Yeah.
And I think that's been the important thing, right? Even when fear does come up, because it does, and I'll be the first person to admit that it's been really hard for me. Yeah. And I think that's just been the most practical way that we've invited God into our relationship recently. And then we pray intentionally together every day. Yeah, it's just the way that we love on each other.
How do we deal with conflict the closer that we get to marriage?
Coming back to effective communication. I think that what has helped us, because we've had lots of conflict come up recently, and like the most important thing is taking ownership for our feelings, because my feelings are not Daniel's fault. And I have feelings because I'm human, and I have a past that has made me view life and view situations from a certain lens, which can lead to triggers, and then those triggers can lead to conflict. And so me taking ownership for those things has been very helpful, because then I'm not blaming Daniel for how I feel, or I'm not taking it out on him when I shouldn't.
Yeah, the more that you know yourself and you're able to like be introspective and like, why do I do this? Why do I do that? Where does this come from? Is this my childhood? Why did my dad do that? Why did my mom do that? Why did my brother do that? Nathan. But yeah, knowing yourself has definitely helped us a lot, because we both done therapy and like years of process. So yeah, it really helps. I actually did a short on handling conflict not too while ago on my main channel. I'm trying to remember what I said, but I know one of them was like, definitely assume the best intentions of your partner. And it's very easy for me to do that because she is the best. She just has a great heart. You know, and most of the time your partner actually does too. They're not trying to hurt you, but most people are just trying to defend themselves ultimately.
Yeah, I mean, in any relationship, not even like a dating or engaged relationship, believing the best about anyone before you make assumptions about their character or about why they did certain things.
Asking questions instead of assuming.
Exactly.
Yeah. How are we handling the practical stuff?
You answer that first. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, finances and money is always such a touchy subject for, like, basically no matter what position you're in. If you have a lot of money, it's, hey, don't take all my money. But if you don't, it's like, hey, get some money. You know? And so unfortunately I'm the latter. I would love to have the first problem. That'd be a great problem to have. But yeah, like, how do we handle it is, number one, it really helps to be aligned on your goals. Like, are you going to budget? Are you going to invest? Are you going to save? How are you going to handle, like, giving money to family members? Will you loan money? Will you ask to loan money? All super practical things that most people don't talk about. And it's stupid because most divorces happen because of money issues. And so if you're not aligned on, like, money and finances and stuff, like, in terms of values, then that's definitely what's gonna give you a lot of problems, right?
Yeah. It's not the dollar amount that you have. It's your feelings about it. It's, like Dan said, the values that you both share regarding your finances. And if it's not talked about, or if you go in with the mindset of this is mine and that's yours, I think that if you are marrying someone, you should have combined accounts. Because if, like, both of your lives are coming together, right? I'm not too sure, like, what other reasons beside not trusting your partner you would have two separate accounts. And I think that, like, combining finance is a step of trust, is choosing to say, hey, what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine.
Yeah.
Right? You're coming in with the idea of, like, yeah, we're in this together.
Yeah, exactly. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And so if you, like, want to get married, but okay, like, we'll get married, we'll share everything else, we'll share a bed, we'll share children, but a bank account? Oh man, no, I have to keep that to myself or whatever. That's, like, first of all, I get it because money gives us all this sense of security, completely false sense of security. It's totally spirit of mammon. I think marriage is inherently, like, risking losing a big part of yourself.
Yeah, because you become one.
Yeah,
when
yeah, exactly.
You get married.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that, like, if you don't trust someone with something as small as money, why are you marrying them?
As small as money. You see that? Good perspective.
Preaching to myself here.
If someone's scared about commitment, what do you want them to know?
God is big enough to redirect you. I think really asking yourself, where's the fear coming from? And you know what? Sometimes that fear is valid. Maybe you are seeing red flags. Maybe this isn't the person for you and that's okay. Versus on the other hand, maybe you're just afraid that you're not going to be safe. Or maybe you're afraid that your partner's not going to meet every single one of your needs.
Yeah, they won't.
They won't.
They won't.
And that's something that we have to be okay with, right? Because your partner's not God.
Yeah.
Your partner's not going to be able to meet all of your needs.
Yeah. Your partner isn't going to be able to make you feel how you think you're supposed to feel with them all the time. That expectation is just going to set you up for disaster. If you're nervous about commitment, just really being objective, because, like, your feelings and your body are going to tell you something, obviously, but it's like, okay, break down the reasons. Is it because of actual things that they are doing, or that, like, specific things about them? It's a common thing to be like, hey, just trust your gut. Don't always trust your gut, because sometimes your body is telling you stories based on past events, not about future or current things, you know? And so, like, if you know you're just an anxious type of person, then there's no way you're gonna, like, be making the biggest commitment of your life and you're not gonna have some anxiety about it or a lot of anxiety about it.
And that, like, also goes back to you talking about being self-aware.
Yeah.
Understanding yourself is the first place.
Know yourself, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Understanding yourself is very important, right? Because then you'll know what patterns have led to your fear of commitment. And one thing I have found myself telling or giving people advice for is, like, ask yourself why. And then do it again 9 more times.
Yeah.
Be like a scientist, right? Like, almost like step outside of yourself and ask yourself why. Why am I afraid of commitment? Maybe it's because I'm afraid that
I'm gonna have a marriage like my parents.
Oh, okay. Then ask yourself why. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Why am I afraid to have a marriage like my parents? Oh, because they felt like they were alone. Oh, why are you afraid of that? You just keep going until you get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, not all the time, you'll find that really it's nothing to do with the other person, but everything to do with your makeup and history.
Like your foundation, your blush, your What do you think will be just the hardest adjustment? I'll start because I think it's like both of us have lived with our parents and like we didn't like move out for university or anything. So just, cleaning, cooking for yourself all the time. I think that's going to be the hardest part. And then also I'm actually used to a lot of alone time. And so I don't know if that'll be hard or if it will just be like, it's alone time just with my wife. So I might be okay.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, this has come up for us where like you...
Oh no, what you gonna expose me for?
For me, I think the biggest adjustment is gonna be, we're probably gonna have different standards for cleanliness and what that means.
She's probably a little more clean than me. She's Latina.
But it depends. Like, my room's a mess, but like...
I actually am with you. It's just like, it's hard because I'm allergic to dust, and so things are a little dusty. I'll admit it, I don't like it, but that's why.
Wait, you're allergic to dust, so things are dusty?
Yeah. Like brushing it up and making it airborne, yeah.
That's why you use a wet cloth.
Yes.
That doesn't go in the air.
Something very possibly. Okay, now the fun part. What excites you the most about marriage?
I think that just be together all the time and come home to your person.
I'm gonna be wearing my Kiss the Cook apron. Gonna have dinner ready for you.
I love that for me. Yeah, eventually like having kids, like mini us.
Yes.
Running around.
Yeah, that might have changed my answer. I'm super excited for kids. Not that we'll have them right away.
Yeah. And
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm looking forward to just, I think, seeing how God shapes us and how he surprises us by showing up and by helping our relationship.
Yeah, just having a companion is going to be lovely. A lot of cuddling and a lot of... I'm not going to say it because I'm pretty sure my little cousins are watching. But I love you guys. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Becky. So that's all I'm feeling about engagement.
Good things to talk about and to share about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still figuring it out.
Yeah, that's it's gonna be a big part of our channel. That's the theme. We're just figuring it out, We got a lot to figure out, and if you're in that position too, you should probably hit subscribe. We'll be back with more podcasts as well as vlogs, so that we're not just crying all the time. No tears today, except if we keep talking a little longer, Cynthia may attack me because she's hungry.
I'm glad that you picked up on that because I'm ready to. Guys, I want Chick-fil-A.
Bro, like her legs are bouncing. She's like, if you don't shut up. Anyways,
he's not wrong.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell, ding. All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.